At the beginning of the first century, the Roman Empire is more vast and powerful than any conqueror of the ancient world. It stretches from Britain to North Africa, from Spain to Turkey.
Everything in there, including the Mediterranean basin, which is their lake, basically, their sea in the middle of the world, literally. That was all theirs. And they were the first power ever to own all of it.
With Rome's great expanse comes the daunting task of maintaining stability. For this, the Romans have a policy called Pax Romana, or Roman peace. In reality, the peace was enforced by brutal tyranny, and its purpose was to keep tax money flowing into Rome.
Pax meant, above all, you should pay your tribute. That strange word for paying the tax. You should pay your tribute to Rome and to the emperor, and when you couldn't do that, then Rome was going to pay a visit, and that was not something you relished or looked forward to.
In all of Rome's vast empire, one of the most difficult regions to govern is a province known as Palestine. Rome has ruled over it since the year 63 BCE. But this is the land of the Jews, the Promised Land. Their keen sense of independence fuels a burning resentment that steadily builds towards a brutal war.
In Palestine, people have an ancestral memory, a kind of collective memory of political autonomy. And part of that collective memory reminds the people that not only were they politically autonomous at one point, but that God had made them politically autonomous.
Why should the Romans be ruling the land? This is God's land, and therefore this is our land. How could we possibly pay our taxes to Caesar? To God belongs everything.
According to the Hebrew Bible, it was here in the land of Israel, 1,000 years before Roman rule, that King David had founded the holy city of Jerusalem. It was here that his son Solomon had built the most sacred shrine in the history of the Jews, the Holy Temple. And it was here that God dwelt. Here the Jews practiced the rite of animal sacrifice in order to be forgiven for their sins. Through 1,000 years of triumph and defeat, exodus and enslavement, it was here, to Jerusalem, that the Jews always returned. Finally, in the year 20 BCE, it is here that the king of Palestine, Herod the Great, commissions the renovation of Solomon's great temple. His plan calls for a grandiose complex, so magnificent that it will become a wonder of the ancient world. By all accounts, he succeeds.
You even see this in the New Testament, where Jesus and his disciples, overlooking the temple, have a conversation where the disciples begin, "Look at these magnificent buildings." Everybody would have said that. It was an enormous spectacle. It was beautiful. It was inspirational.
It wasn't just a religious shrine. It was also the center of the whole country, economically and politically. If we would combine the White House, the Capitol building, the Supreme Court building, and the National Cathedral, we'd have a sense of it.